Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction in the Black Mirror series. This is episode 3 of season 1, the season 1 finale actually, and it is called The Entire History of You. Needless to say, I think the last episode was probably one of the most enjoyable and great things I've ever reacted to on this channel, so I cannot wait to get into this week's episode, so without further ado, let's go. Episode 3, season 1 finale, The Entire History of You. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it.
Liam Foxwell, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, little speech time.
Liam Foxwell looks very posh.
Shit sinks, but also cream floats.
Yes, I see that.
But also really dry shit floats, so what's your argument here? Let's not get into shit semantics, shall we not?
Look, I really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
Well, that seemed to go smoothly enough for him. Congratulations.
Live. Breathe.
I thought we were in the present time for a moment there. Again, this is the not too distant future.
Install ingrained procedure with local anaesthetic and you're good to go.
Oh, so there's some sort of brain implant to record everything you do then. That would be so fucking weird.
Really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
I don't think he buys it was genuine either.
Could you just rewind me your last 24 hours? Quad speed there for me, please.
What an intrusive technology, just getting to instantly screen his last 24 hours. What if he wants to have a wank, or he's with his significant other?
Look at what?
That frayed carpet. There, you see?
Seriously.
Oh my god, fuck this future.
Lucy, my wife, at the Dublin wedding?
Hello.
Lucy, Liam. We met at the Dublin wedding.
Liam!
Did he just bring up the memory to remember her name?
Great to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. Where's Phoebe been hiding you?
Oh, you know.
I'm trying to figure out who this actor is. Was he the younger brother in Dead Man's Shoes?
So, how was the appraisal? Good?
We're...
Later?
Yeah, I don't think they seemed too happy with him. They seemed like they were being fake.
You remember me and Jeff, because he would have shown you, I don't know, a redo of the side of his fridge.
I take it redo is the mental memory word for a replay.
He's,
soon to be unemployed / unemployable lawyer.
Hi.
Not the best way to introduce yourself, but you know.
So, Liam, what was it you had? Assessment?
Appraisal.
This seems like an incredibly sterile environment socially, if that makes sense. Do some people actually hang about like this? It looks boring and shit.
Throw it up there and we can grade you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be fun.
I would love to show my friends some of my job interviews, to be fair.
I haven't met him before, have I? Jonas, is it?
He's one of the old crowd. I think I said.
He seems like the type that'll go all the way through his memories until he finds out where he knows Jonas from. Oh shit, is he able to like scan a face and it'll bring up all the memories with that face in it? This technology gets creepier by the minute. I know this will be potentially possible in the future, but hopefully it's optional. You can count me the fuck out.
Like the thickness of the wedding invitation paper, because, I mean, God knows, you need something.
I know that actress from something as well.
Jonas was just explaining why relationships are a sham.
Are they?
I'm sure we can all share Jonas's point of view from time to time.
Never fucking anyone else and only having just one other person to share our real thoughts with for our entire lives.
It's not as bad as he's making it sound.
I'd find myself, watching redos of, hot times in early relationships.
Wow, that would be fucked up. Obviously that creates so many dilemmas instantly because, it's intrusive to film someone fucking, especially after the relationship's finished. Shouldn't you be deleting that shit?
I mean, we all scroll through the grey and rifling through our greys hits for a little bit of filth now and then, surely.
Maybe they do, Jonas, but this is not table talk for this bunch of upper middle class people. This is pub chat.
Gouged about 12 months ago.
Jesus, was that painful?
Nice, good honour. At least it is optional. Why are so many people consenting to this horribly intrusive technology?
Stolen to order, as far as they could tell, probably to some millionaire Chinese perv.
That is so fucked up. Sold on.
I'm a serial monogamist. I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
Can't believe she laughed at that, Jonas. That was a shit joke.
Okay. I was going to play some redos from the Fraser Road days.
Surely that technology would cause you to use your actual brain less, because if you don't need to actively work hard to remember something and can just pull it up, wouldn't that kill that part of your brain which naturally does that?
By asking leading questions in therapy, you can make people remember getting lost in shopping malls they never visited.
Still really shocked that that woman is the only woman who doesn't have one. I guess they get implanted when you're born, maybe, in this future.
Come on, that's a tick.
That could be a V or an L.
It's a tick.
Or the start of a swastika. It's probably the start of a swastika.
Could be. Unless you're auditioning for the re-emergence of the Nazi party, we can probably rule that one out.
Jonas. Pulling himself off to his own relationship theories.
Not that a lot of people wouldn't do that, but to voice it over a dinner table is completely uncalled for. I know where I know that woman for. Isn't she the female Doctor Who? I've never watched Doctor Who, but I remember the adverts when she was all confidently going, "Expecting someone else, were you?" Well, yeah, most people were expecting a dude. No offence, much respect to your alien shape-shifting femininity.
It was obvious I didn't want him to come. I was being polite to a moron.
If you really don't want him to come, you can get rid of him.
Yeah, I'm very upfront like that with people. I won't entertain people I don't enjoy the company of. Life's too short to be fake, and it makes you just as bad as them to be fake. Like, yeah, great, and then talk shit behind their back. I'd rather be like, no, I don't want to hang about with you. Then you might call me a cunt, but you can never accuse me of being a snake.
No, it's just that actually it turns out we're tired. And I guess we forgot, but now we've remembered, so...
Here's a terrible liar. I guess we forgot, but now we've remembered. I'll note that one down next time I need to get out of something.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, it's so fake.
Night, guys.
Night, Gina.
These guys all have such fancy apartments. I am so jealous of their living quarters. So this is how the other side live, eh? Bunch of fake shit and nice apartments. Well, I fucking disapprove. I see ya. Enjoying life. Fuck you.
Is he a big part of the gang?
Who?
Jonas.
Not sure about the red socks, mate.
Me and Jonas, years ago, had a bit of a thing.
We had a thing with Oily Dude, man.
You know his name. I'm the nickname giver. I give Jonas his nickname. Oily Dude Man's a shit nickname. Leave that job to me.
It was years ago, and...
Are you embarrassed by that? Because it's embarrassing.
The way this guy's going on, I'm now starting to side with Jonas. Yes, he was a bit of a douche at the dinner table, being too vocal about private matters, but aside from that, he seems less fake than this guy.
No, I didn't.
Oh wow, imagine being in a relationship argument and being able to pull up the facts.
Deal, big heartbreaker.
No, it's just a week. It's a weird week.
This would kill so many relationships. But also you'd feel so proud in an argument when you were able to just pull up the truth and be like, who's right? Who's lying? You. Look at the truth.
Oh, it's an old fling! So what? Don't go all fucked up!
You are being a bit fucked up, yes.
You're a bitch.
Oh shit, you've just escalated things now, my friend.
You're a bitch. I'd like you to erase that. You're a bitch.
You know, I'm starting to see the positives of this technology now. Being able to hold someone accountable for the shit they've said to you. Oh, I could use this so often. This guy isn't coming across as the most likeable so far. He's obviously the protagonist of the episode, but he seems like a bit of an insecure dick. And fake. Are they both looking at other memories while fucking? That's so strange. They're looking at a time when the sex was better to enjoy the sex now. That was so creepy watching them fuck with their eyes glazed over.
But still, by the end, I'd be like, go on, you go up to bed, honey. I'm just going to catch a little bit more of the news.
Yeah, because this is going to help your paranoia.
And I'd find myself, watching redos of, hot times in early relationships.
Of course, this guy's going to assume that Jonas was referring to the time he spent with the guy's girlfriend. It could have been any woman.
Lift read reconstruction enabled.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Fuck this technology. Seriously, fuck this shit. This could be used for so many insidious purposes. I can't believe in this future this is actually legal, with no limitations. Just being able to lip read any stranger you want's conversation. Stalkers would fucking love this shit.
I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
Is that funny, in your opinion?
I mean, you don't need a second opinion to know it was a shit joke.
What's this?
I'm just getting Gina's opinion on something.
I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
Maybe she was just laughing nervously.
We both want him to come back, but who wants him to come back more? In your opinion, off the top of your head?
Oh, this guy is taking this shit way too far.
Who's more keen for him to come back?
I don't know. See you out.
You do know, Gina.
He is gonna completely fuck things up with this woman if he keeps carrying on like this. And day drinking spirits isn't gonna help his cause. Because we all know you make the best decisions while absolutely loaded.
Staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
That is just objectively not funny.
I do agree with him on the joke part though.
I don't know, a redo of the sign.
You don't know how to stand around it. Your gauges are all over the place, hot and cold.
I cannot believe this guy.
How you look at me?
Well, I think it's an interesting choice, going grainless.
It's a brave choice.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, maybe it's because you're a fucking cunt.
So how long did you go out with him for?
All right, about 6 months.
Okay, she shouldn't have lied about that. That was a pointless thing to lie about, and there's a big difference between a week and 6 months. But that still doesn't justify what he's doing right now.
I fudged it. It was...
You lied.
Not everything that isn't true is a lie, Liam.
That's not true. That's a lie.
Gets footage for his redo wank file, but you're still pally.
This is sad!
You know, because if he
This
was...
is just sad!
It is. I'm completely on her side with this. This is pathetic shit. This guy is the definition of fragile.
Sober up. Make yourself puke. Whatever, I don't care. Just sort this out. Fuck.
If I was her, I would leave this house right now.
And I'm downstairs watching some redo of some night I've picked up somebody else and...
This technology is a worst case scenario to be at the disposal of a paranoid significant other.
Grain assistant suggests you may not be in a suitable physical condition for the activity you're due to be engaged in.
I'm sure we could all use one every now and again, but please just don't inject it in my head, Elon Musk. I'm looking at you specifically. Neuralink these nuts.
I just want to come in and talk to you. Can you open the gate?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you in now.
Nice one.
And as someone that hasn't drunk in many years, I have witnessed a lot of people do some really dumb shit while drunk. The worst time to make decisions, have disputes, arguments, get things out in the open, definitely. If you're one of those people, stop fucking doing it.
Liam, this morning, mate. Oh, fucking hell. Liam.
As if he just closed the door on the guy in his own house.
Nice place.
Why does every single one of this friend group have some beautiful apartment? Fuck these people.
Liam, do I have to call Fee? Did you guys have a row or something like that?
Sit down.
No, I'm alright.
At this point, Jonah seems like a much nicer guy than Liam.
Bloody hell, I thought you were supposed to be cool, man. I thought you were meant to be fucking brilliant.
He's doing a good job acting because I now hate this guy. I was rooting for him in the opening scene.
Is this where you masturbate to images of my wife? Or do you do it in that room?
Shit, I didn't realise they were married. That makes her instantaneously walking out on him slightly more complicated, but still something she should have done.
Come on now, what are you doing? Don't do that. Come on now,
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Jesus!
Liam, you fucking weird guy. Well done, mate. Well, he's lucky he didn't kill himself on top of all the other dumb shit he did yesterday. At least he can watch it back and has to hold himself accountable for his actions. No escaping what he did.
Right? Either you wipe it, or I will fucking gouge you myself.
Whoa! This is now recorded attempted murder.
Delete it all. The lot. Or I will crack your skull and I will gouge your fucking neck.
To be fair, he did look like he had some sexual encounters stored on that screen, so, you know, that's kind of fucked up. Not as fucked up as gouging a bottle into a man's neck, though.
or I will crack your skull and I will gouge your fucking neck.
Is he going to notice something when the memories come up on the screen? It seems like he noticed something there as the guy was deleting the footage.
What happened? Liam, what happened?
Did you use a condom or not?
Oh, he definitely saw something fucked up.
You always liked that picture, didn't you? That's why I bought it for you. I never liked it. Thought it was pretentious shit.
It is.
Now delete it all.
And he's going to zoom in and there's going to be like a date next to a sexual encounter, I'm guessing.
18 months ago in this room.
Well, shame on her for doing that.
That's not what it looks like.
Oh, did Jonas come round to read you a story?
No, it was...
A story about fucking?
It was...
Maybe if she wants to prove herself innocent, she could bring up her symmetrical memory and prove it to him.
We went for a drink. I got drunk. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry.
Once again, alcohol the culprit.
Was it his decision or did you make him wear one?
I made him.
And you saw him put it on?
I don't know why a condom is the biggest issue going on here. She fucked another dude. If I was Liam at this point, I'd be like, okay, see you later, you cannot be trusted.
So it's just a blank gap in your timeline?
Yeah.
Show me that then.
Yeah, you can't keep lying. Show him the blank gap at least.
It's still on there, is it?
I'm sorry.
Now I don't know who to side with. Fuck both these people. Fuck him for being a paranoid douche, and fuck her for him being right.
Show it to me! Show it to me! I want to see it! I want to see what he looks like!
Fuck, this is a rough episode. Obviously she has done a horrible thing and is 100% in the wrong. Still, he shouldn't put hands on her. If I was Liam right now, I would just pack my shit up and say, okay, you will never see me again, ever. And she would never see me again. I would find a way to still be able to see my child, but she would never see me ever again. And I'd make her delete all her memories of me before I left as well. I don't know why Liam's putting himself through this shit though. No good can come from him watching this. Could have at least muted it, Jesus Christ. It also makes me think, you know, Liam was watching memories of him and her fucking at a different date when they had sex. Was she even watching Liam, or was she watching her time with Jonas? And it's all the more fucked up that there's a child in the mix. I guess now I'm on Team Liam again. As long as he hasn't killed her or something, I'm on Team Liam. But still, fuck his fancy living room. Doctor Who, you hussy. All that time fighting Daleks and you were secretly exterminating that dick. Didn't they say there was a chance this could ruin your brain if it isn't done professionally? Oh, shit. And it had one of those fibres that Neuralink says will go directly into your brain. That makes it even creepier. Okay, and that was episode 3, the finale of season 1 of Black Mirror, the entire history of You, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, the entire history of You, what did I think of that? These episodes are so on point with what could be potentially just round the corner for technology and how it interacts with human beings. A lot of scientists believe complete singularity will be achieved within not that long a future, you know, where we fully merge with artificial intelligence or robotics itself to extend our lifespans, give ourselves infinite memory, etc. But to be honest, it seems like such a harrowing future to me when we lose all humanity and just surrender ourselves to these technologies. In exchange for what? extended lifespans? Who wants to live longer if we're no longer human, if we no longer think the way we do now, and have the same range of emotions and feelings that we do now? It seems like a pointless future to me. I always say that one thing I think that science fiction gets wrong with aliens and aliens visiting Earth is that they're still organic. I believe that any life planet which has progressed to the point where they can complete interstellar travel to different planets will have been completely replaced by AIs at that point, and it would be robotics visiting us, not any organic life forms. They would have long since surrendered themselves to these technologies which are just over the next horizon. And it depresses me, I might not live long enough to have to deal with this shit, but my niece might, or her children might. It's genuinely not that far away. And even something as not high sciencey as this, like this is legitimately maybe 25 years away, not even that perhaps, with Elon Musk's company Neuralink promising to implant things directly into our brains, etc. That could permanently extend our memories. They could be cloud stored, we could have a camera put in our eye, like there might be even prototypes of technologies similar to this right now. And seeing it in practice like in this episode and commonplace so the majority of people have them, I think this episode does a great job in illustrating all the negatives that could come of that. Some positives, yes, being able to remember the good times, etc., but the majority of it completely negative. Such an intrusive technology, being able to lip read far distant conversations. Imagine what stalkers would do with that technology. Or nosy people looking out of their windows, they'd be able to look at neighbours a few streets away, zoom into their living room, and then lip read their mouths to be able to take their private conversations out of their living room. For example, there seems to be way more negatives to this technology than positives, and a prime example was shown in this episode with the fact she had cheated on him. The majority of the first half of this episode, I slowly disliked Liam and was completely against him, especially when he started drinking and bringing up micro instances of events which could be perceived one way or the other and looking too much into it. Now, yes, he was correct, but that does not excuse the fact he was being a paranoid douche about it, which led him to the truth. He still found the truth, but at the expense of him being an absolute asshole about it. Everyone handles fucked up shit in different ways, I guess, but if I was him, the second I even suspected it, I would have had a honest conversation with her about it. Now, I guess if he had an honest conversation with her about it, she would have probably just flat out denied it. And I guess that's just a testament to how fucked up human beings can be from time to time. Sometimes you won't get the truth if you talk to them honestly, but the alternative is to, take it there, hit people with bottles, throw people around, get violent, threaten people's lives. Is that really a level you are prepared to take it to in order to find the truth, or should you just opt out of that if you're getting a bad gut feeling? Me personally, if I genuinely thought something was going on in that situation, I would never take it to the extremities of violence or threatening someone's life. I would just be like, you know what, something isn't sitting right with me about this whole situation, and for that I'm gonna nope the fuck out for a little bit and spend some time with myself and see how I feel after a while. And I think everybody should do that when shit hits the fan. So many life-changing decisions are done irrationally while under the influence of alcohol or while feeling extreme depression or heartbreak, and we can override these things as people. We can just say, you know what, I could act right now and everything in me wants me to act right now, but I'm gonna go somewhere, sit down, stare at a wall, release all my fury on that wall for a few days, and when I finally calm down, then I will make my next move. A rational decision is the only way to go in these situations. But the fact I've rambled so much about the ins and outs of it just shows how much of an engaging and interesting episode this was, and what a great premise it was to show us this technology and some of the downsides of it. If anything, it almost leaves a legitimate bad taste in my mouth, just because this is something that is genuinely right round the corner for humanity. The world is just going to get worse and worse as technology improves and improves. And you never used to think like that when you thought about technological advancements, but from artificial intelligence being about to trump great art, great writing, great movies, and it'll completely replace human beings that work their whole lives to get good at creative stuff, Companies will save money by using AIs instead of hiring actual humans for these fields. Robots will replace labourers. Then what will we have to live for? Because when you talked about this shit 30 years ago, you never thought about the creativity aspects of it. You just thought about the manual labour aspects of it. And it's like, okay, robots are going to come in and replace the workforce. What will we have to live for? Well, at least we can still have fun, be creative, but it might not even be like that, because all the creative fields might be replaced as well. If you look at what ChatGPT is currently capable of, and then you imagine that 30, 40, 50 years in the future, it will genuinely probably get to a point where AI will be able to instantaneously create a film better than Martin Scorsese, write a novel better than your favourite book, make a song better than your favourite artist, and when all creative things are completely stripped away from us, what will be left for us? Just to have fun? Will that be fulfilling? Perhaps to people that want to just sit around and do nothing, or enjoy kicking a football about, or playing a bit of Xbox. And don't get me wrong, I love these things. I love kickboxing, I love Xbox, so I would still try and find little pockets to enjoy my life in. But I'm also driven by being creative and getting shit done. And I have a bit of that spark in me where I want to achieve things. And all of that will genuinely be taken away from the majority of us in the near future. And it's fucking harrowing and depressing. And I would like to think that there would be lots of laws getting put in place for robotics and artificial intelligences to limit them. But unfortunately, if you look at some of the interviews from the top CEOs of these AI companies, some of them have literally came out and said, look, it's inevitable. They're going to overtake us. Just accept it. And when the people who are in charge of these technologies, which are rapidly improving, are saying that shit, what hope do we have? So yeah, in my eyes, I'm kind of happy. I was in what I would call the last golden era of true humanity. And I just feel sorry for people that have kids, or when their kids have kids, because these are legitimate issues they're all going to have to deal with. And even me, in my remaining lifetime, I might have to deal with some of this shit on the tail end side of my life. I'm not trying to depress everybody with my summary of this episode, but it genuinely leads my mind down this path of thought, and it just doesn't look good for any of us. At this point, I genuinely just wish things were a bit different, and I hope I'm wrong, and things don't go the way that I believe they are going to. But if they do, man, it's not looking good for human beings. And yeah, back to the episode. Anything that's making me think that deeply about all these issues has done such a great job demonstrating some of the follies of it. And season 1 to me was completely flawless. First episode was great, second episode was absolutely incredible, and this episode was once again great. Such a strong season 1. I can't wait to start season 2 next week. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below, and share this around to anybody you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much. And until next time, I have been BA. Peace.